Welcome, everyone. This is Elsie Kerns, Wellness with Elsie, your chaos to clarity coach and energy medicine expert. And tonight I have two guests with me from Angel's Hands Healing right here in Moorestown, New Jersey. I want to welcome Barbara Toretto and also Julia Gandy. And they are colleagues, but they both do some very, very interesting work. So, Barbara, I want to start with you and I want to talk about that, end of life doula, which is a brand new program that you just got certified in. And so, what can that do for those that are struggling with terminal illness?
Thank you, Elsie. Well, actually, end of life doula is come back into fashion, but it's really something that they did many years ago when people didn't die in a hospital. So it's just coming back again because people are going through the natural route. So what I can offer people really is a 3-phase program. The first one would be summing up and planning, and that would be getting together with a person who has been diagnosed with a terminal illness and finding out about their life, finding about their very special moments, the parts that they're very proud of, and perhaps parts they're not quite as proud of, and see if we can do something with that so that when the time comes for them to leave, they don't have to take regrets with them. They can take care of, maybe like you hear stories of someone, oh, I haven't spoken to my brother in 10 years and I don't even remember why. Well, isn't that unfortunate to take that kind of a circumstance to your grave, and when it can be something that can be taken care of and released and give you a much lighter energy. And the planning part of that would be really finding out, what is it you want for the end of you? You want to die at home? Do you want people around? Do you want people to come and visit you? Do you want people to read to you, maybe when you're really getting towards that end? Do you want people to sing? Maybe you're really into music. Maybe someone plays the guitar. Different things like that would really, it seems kind of funny to say to personalize your death, but it is your passing. So you can have it the best that it could possibly be with what those terms are for you. The second part of the phase would be conducting a vigil. And a vigil is something, perhaps you're someone who never married and your family lives out of state. You don't really have many people to support you, but you do want to die at home. You do want to have a little control. So that's where a doula can come in and we can sit with you. We can be there at the very end so that you don't die alone, because most people don't want to die alone. But there are exceptions. Some people really don't want you there, but they like to know that they have the support and everything is fine. And then there's that third phase where you're reprocessing early grief. And that's where the doula comes and meets with the loved ones, maybe 6 weeks after the passing, and kind of go over things that took place. As a doula, I would have that advantage of seeing things without the emotional component. So I might see tender moments that maybe the wife or the husband has missed because they were so in the state of grief. And it's just kind of like recapping everything that took place. And what were we able to do for your loved ones what they really wanted? And that's really what it's about, what the loved one wants. But there are signs when someone's getting, okay, we're probably in the last month, and doulas know those signs, and we can talk to family members and say, if there's somebody maybe out of state that wants to see your loved one, maybe the time is now to reach out. And then there's very definite signs when we're really at the end. We're probably days, 2 or 3 days, possibly even hours. And that's when you want to make sure the loved ones are there, if that's what the dying person wanted. So there's really many different facets to what a doula can bring. It is a non-medical service, though. We don't do IVs and things like that. That's why you have hospice teams and things like that. But it's a pretty unique and really beautiful program, I think.
So that was a good clarification. So this is totally different than hospice, but
Absolutely.
a complete support system for the person dying and the family as well.
Right, because I'm assuming when you're in a hospice setting, or maybe you're in the hospital and you have hospice come to see you, they have a multitude of patients to see, so they really can't stay for hours. I apologize if I'm mistaken about that, but that's what I've heard. They don't have hours to spend, and that's where we can step in and we can find out. It seems kind of silly. I'm talking to you from my meditation room, and I want to die in my meditation room, quite honestly. And my legacy project would be having a beautiful ornate box that would have all the love letters and the poems and the songs that my husband has written me over the years. I will have them in there. I'll have crystals in there. I'll have my photos that are my favorites of my children and grandchildren. And the purpose of that would be to my family, my children especially, can look at those things and see, how did I fall in love? How did that last so many years? And what my passions were. So working with a family, we can create a legacy project, and it's a beautiful thing. It could be videos. Maybe it's you're somebody who wasn't brought up to say I love you. You always wanted to, but it just felt uncomfortable. Well, you can do that before you die. You can make videos for your family members, and that can be in a legacy box. You can write letters. There's so many different ways to really make the end as special as it possibly can be. And that's really what this is about. The trend is going away from dying in the hospital, and believe it or not, it's even having your viewing in your home. That is possible to maintain the body for a couple of days so that you can have that viewing at home instead of a funeral home. And people are doing it. And it's really an amazing thing. But again, that's what they did many years ago, many years ago.
Yes.
Viewing in the middle of the living room, And,
so it's really just an ancient practice that is revitalized for people, because we are not, as a culture, as Americans, very comfortable with this idea of death and dying. That's for sure.
And it's a shame, because we all are going to die. Eventually, our physical bodies will cease to be. So why not think about it now and think about how you want the end to be? And that's it. So it's a beautiful thing. And I'm really honored to be able to bring this work forward.
Well, Barbara, I remember at that Holistic Chamber of Commerce meeting, after you had completed your certification for the End of Life Doula, and you were just beaming. You said that you had really found your work, that you just love doing this. And of course, in addition to the fact that you have your own massage and Reiki practice at Angel Hands Healing Center, but you just literally were beaming when you finished this course. It had just a special touch to your heart.
It is a passion, and doing Reiki and healing touch on people at the end, people get very anxious and they get scared, and energy healing is a beautiful tool to use to bring that anxiety down and really relax the person. So it's not as frightening in the end. And I just need to make one clarification. I'm not certified. I will be probably within the next couple of months. But I took the course. You don't have to be certified, but I want that through knowledge. It's just something that means something to me. So, but thank you. I do feel very passionate about this calling.
Yeah. In that video, actually it was a TED Talk that I did send around, Dr. Lee talked about the fact, I forget the name of the woman that wrote the book, but the book is about what people were feeling and what they wanted to say before they died. And said no one wished they had spent more time at the office.
Right.
So I thought that was very telling of, give us a time for introspection for sure. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So your services are not only the end of doula care for that individual and family, but also massage and Reiki and anything else you want to add to that?
Well, no longer doing massage, but I'm a Reiki master, and I also do healing touch. They are very close to one another, just a little bit different. And then now end of life doula. So I'm working on the cards and the website and all of that, but I'm available for talks if anybody needs someone to come into a presentation. It would be my absolute pleasure to do so.
Great. So healing touch, of course, I've experienced, and it is a really terrific and also a very thorough program and certification. And
Big.
very involved. So that's great. So that's really a very comprehensive program that you alone can offer at Angel Hands Healing Center. But also we have Julia Gandy here, and Julia and I, another colleague, and her company is Embodying Wellness. And Julia, I know you also offer a couple of things that are very special. But before we get into the family peace building that you are teaching and offering there, I'd like you to talk about pediatric massage, because that's something that you're also offering that's so unique. Tell us how that works.
Sure. Thanks, Elsie, for this opportunity. I've been doing massage for 19 years, and when I was early on in my career, I had the opportunity to go into a school for medically fragile children, and I worked on the staff, the nurses, the teachers that worked within this facility, and I got to see these kids and interact with them, and I started doing some massage as families would hire me to go and work on their children, and I would help them with some anxiety, doing massage, doing aromatherapy, those kinds of things. And I saw the benefit right then and there of just, these kids that they only get poked and prodded. Their caregivers love them, but again, they have so many different kids to take care of, where go 15 years in the future from that, I found this certification that I've never even known that it was available, but it was a certified pediatric massage therapist. And it was produced and developed by a woman out of the California area. And she's since, has taught this class among others, for pediatric, for infant massage, all these different specialized fields for kids with cancer, kids with MS, kids with CP, all these different really chronic conditions. And I saw this certification, and I was like, it just brought me back to those early days in my career, and really I wanted to hone that skill and kind of revisit that, because it's always had a special place in my heart. So, my studio that I share with Barbara, it's on the first floor. So it's very wheelchair accessible. I go out to the home and work on kids to the best of their ability and my ability. I've worked with people with MS, with so many different kinds of diseases, and it's really a great adjunct to the care that they're already getting, because it's that so many of our chronically ill people in this country a lot of us are touch deprived, and that can really generate some anxiety and some skin hunger. And our first need, and I believe our last need, is touch. And as we go through life, that there's a lot of science behind what touch deprivation does to a body and to a person. So to be able to provide that touch to these kids, and then to teach the parents how to do it for their own child, whether it's giving them a foot massage or massaging their back, as they go to bed. And, it's a gift that can, can develop and really be a great benefit to the family. And, even it's great for, normally abled children as well. My 10-year-old daughter is every night, since she was born, she's, Mom, giving me give me a massage, Mom, so I'll give her a back massage as she's going to sleep, and, she sleeps pretty well. So it's just those things that I can teach parents how to do, and also to do massage for those kids that really need some extra attention. And, so it's really about, servicing the needs of the child and the parents.
Well, that sounds terrific. They really need that, and especially touch, because, children with any kind of disabilities are kind of on the sidelines a little bit. And so that would be especially beneficial. And then to have the parents be able to do that for them sounds, truly wonderful. I know that you're also involved in family peace building. So you have a lot of work around families. Tell us what that is actually about.
So it's have you ever walked, we all have, we've walked into a room where you can tell the people have been arguing, or there's some kind of disconnect, or even though we didn't hear the people inside the room arguing, we can just sense it. Some of that, in my 20 years in the business of wellness is, developing that, the emotional connection between the family, between two people in a room, between colleagues. It's that interconnection that we have, and we're responsible for that interconnection. And if we're putting things into what I call the field, that space between us, that is, if I'm doing things unknowingly or with bad intent, then it creates negativity within the family and creates negative space. And so to be able to come into a family, go to the home and see what everybody's kind of dealing with, and through the work of heart math, through the work of nonviolent communications, through Marshall Rosenberg, through different techniques that I've developed and picked up over the years. I'm an ordained minister of spiritual peacemaking. So that whole seminary was really about first developing peace within oneself, and then bringing that peace out into the world. So you can't have a peaceful world and a non-peaceful heart. It all starts within the body, within the individual, and then that grows into the family, then that goes into the community, and so forth and so forth. So to get into the family dynamic and be able to help people with their emotional awareness, what triggers them, what gets under their skin, and be able to help a teenager talk to their parents as as not an equal, but as a way to get their feelings met, their needs met, and to be heard, and to be honored, and to be appreciated. We all need appreciation. We all need to feel grateful, to be to feel that we are appreciated, to contribute. All those things are so needed within an individual. So, developing skills for each person and where they are in their life, whether it's a child, we have trainings and curriculum for 3-year-olds all the way up through college kids. And then there's, for adults of varying ages. And, so it's really about meeting people where they're at and trying to get everyone to become aware of each other and to connect heart to heart in their family life.
Julia, I know that all of your training with HeartMath as a certified trainer helps with that. And when you talk about spiritual peace building, I can remember this has to be over 20 years ago when you brought James Tywin to the area, and he did like a little concert for us, and that was way before he was world famous. Yeah.
Yeah, that was, wow. I forgot all about that, Elsie. Yeah, you were there that night. That was a really cool little intimate little concert that he gave, and that was the 64 days of peace building that the 64 days of peace from January 30th to April 4th. So, we were a stop on the tour of his 64 days of peace building around the country. So, yeah, that was, wow. That's great memories.
Yes, I do have a good memory. Girls, I want you to talk about, Barbara, how about letting us know, I know you're going to have an open house on this Tuesday, October 16th. So for everyone that's watching, I want to acknowledge Judith is with us, and Ruthie, Julie, Charlotte, all of those people and more, that you can actually go to this event and meet Barbara and Julia in person and learn more about what they're doing. So tell us what the evening is going to hold and what time it is.
So the open house is at my center, the Angel's Hands Healing Center, and that is at 505 South Lenola Road, Suite 124. It's a 2-story building. The parking is in the back, and when you're in the back parking lot, you'll see center doors with balloons. That's where you enter and you come in. We're going to have wine and food and talk. It's a great opportunity to network. And then, Julia, how about if I let you tell them about the following Tuesday?
Oh, the following Tuesday is our journey through wellness, and we have another woman that's in our studio as well. Her name is Aisha Cooper, and she does women's wellness. So the three of us will be talking. It's a free event, but it's very limited in space-wide. We have about 10 seats available right now. But we'll be talking about how to journey through life's stages with different innovative techniques, such as the end-of-life doula, the family peace building, and then Aisha does women's wellness. So she'll talk about her field, and I'll talk about my field, and Barbara will talk about her field. But we'll be, the open house will be great because we'll have a lot of fun door prizes and a great way to get some very deep discounted services. So if you want to come on in, and we'll have some munchies, some snacks, and some wine, and you can see the studio and get a good feel of the place too.
So the open house, you can just show up. You don't have to RSVP. But the following Tuesday night, you do have to do that. And you can do that night when you come in to have a glass of wine and meet everybody.
Yeah. That'd be great.
Barbara, give us the times again. I'm not sure if I heard.
Yeah, 6 o'clock to 8. And we'll hang out as long as everybody's there.
Okay, great. And Barbara, give us a phone number in case anybody has any questions.
Sure, thank you. So my phone number is 609-760-8410.
Perfect. Yeah. And I think you have free swag bags too. Did you mention that?
Yeah, we do. Lots of good stuff that night.
Yeah.
Free prizes.
Yeah.
Free swag bags for the first 75 people. So come early.
Yes.
Come early.
So for everyone out there watching this, we are looking today for wellness more than ever. As we live longer, we want to live well, certainly. And these women have some of the answers that you're looking for. So come join them at Angel's Hands Healing Center this Tuesday, October 16th, from 6 to 8 p.m. for a free event an open house, wine, munchies, gifts, prizes. You can't beat that. So, Barbara, give us your phone number again there, just in case anybody has a question.
Sure, 609-760-8410.
And you can look, Julia Gandy has a website, Embodying Wellness, if you have questions about the pediatric massage or her heart math work that's available and training, or her general services. You can go on her website. Julia, give us that website, please.
It's embodyingwellnesscoach.com.
Great.
It's a little long, but yeah.
Yeah. So we'll look forward to seeing everyone on this Tuesday and having a chance to celebrate fall and celebrate some of these great wellness ideas. These women have a wealth of knowledge and a broad spectrum of wellness services to offer us. So we hope to see you there. Barbara, any last words for us?
You know what? It occurred to me as I was taking this class, don't wait till the end. Say I'm sorry to people that you love, especially when you don't remember why you're even arguing. Life is so precious. Enjoy every moment. It's our life, so enjoy it. And thank you, Elsie, so much for having us on your show. It was such a pleasure.
You're welcome. How about you, Julia? Anything you'd like to add?
I just think that, we have to go through life with appreciation and gratitude, especially for the people closest to us, and to really express that every day with a full heart and strong intention. And, it's a life changer. It really is. And when you can sit and be peaceful within your own heart and all the way through, and not that there's any hiccups in that peaceness, it is a different state of being. And to really be able to get to that place it's a gift. And sorry, Barbara, but it might put you out of business. But
It's okay.
but it's really helpful, to live life day by day with peace and with gratitude.
Absolutely.
There's no question about that. And, if you ask people what they want, many people will say they just want some peace. Peace. Everybody is totally overwhelmed today with all that's going on in the world. So we could all use more inner peace, and that's where it begins, as you said, Julia, and that's part of why you're teaching what you are. Barbara, your angel, I love the name, the Angels Hand Healing Center. It's perfect for what you do. Okay, we women are going to heal the world. Great to be with you tonight. Thanks again. Hi, Susan. Glad you joined us. Judith, Julie, Gladys, and Charlotte. Thanks. And I'm going to put this up. Also, it's on Facebook right now, but I'll add some of this other information in case you have any questions. You can call them, contact Barbara, or check it out with them. We'll see you Tuesday night. This Tuesday.
All right. Thank you so much, Elsie.
Right.
Bye-bye.